All right guys, this is going to be my before. I clearly already cut this spot because I just wanted room to work, and originally to park my truck, but I got a 40-foot trailer there, so can't park it right now. But so like I did cut this because this grass has been long overdue. You can see how overgrown this entire place is. This, I don't know for sure. However, I want to say from this tree line all the way to that tree line and whatnot should be about an acre, maybe an acre and a half. So I don't know what's underneath any of this. I've never seen this yet. So we're gonna try with the weed whacker and see how far we could get. And honestly, I'm just filming this because I think some people, it's like a fetish. Some people might like seeing the clearing process. So we're gonna loop into some time lapse and some music, and let's see how far we could get before the sun goes down, because it's got maybe like an hour and a half of daylight left. So enjoy. Well, we're gonna call this day one. Got a good spot that we could at least turn around and start going that way until you see that I must have hit like a huge swarm of ground bees. I don't know if they're still out or not, but there was quite the amount of ground bees over there. So all this cleared, and at least a passageway over up into the log. So like I said, I'll call this day one. Different kind of content for me versus, you know, standard truck content, but for now this will do because this is going to consume my life for a while. So all right guys, day two. But this time, so like this is obviously, now like the sun's out, you can actually see where we got yesterday on, you know, like just with the weed whacker. So not too far, especially after I got stung by some bees. However, nice thing is I got a little bit of equipment today. Now this isn't obviously anything, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted to try to get like a skid steer and a mulcher. However, every place around me was completely rented out. So we got this little walk behind. So little walk behind, 26-inch mulcher. I don't know how well it's going to do, but I have it for the entire weekend. So I'm going to try to get as well. Hopefully it works more than what the weed whacker did. So either way, let's get to work. Alright guys, so today's actually not, I'm going to call this day 2.5 because yesterday, day 2 with the push brush hog, the walk behind brush hog, we did make some progress, but it got super dark and I didn't film like the progress that we did make. So I'm over here today, I'll say day 2.5, because tomorrow morning we are getting a real brush hog and a professional. So I will say we did make it pretty far. You can kind of see how far down, well, excuse the finger, I heard it. But you see we did make it fairly far over this way, but there is still so much. Literally, it's hard to tell like depth perception on camera, but like we literally got to go all the way to that tree line, all the way that way. It's so much, it's so deep, and honestly, like I said, I'm just, at this point, I'm just hiring a professional because it sucks that I got to pay. However, it's going to be a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. Like, for example, I can't brush hog this tree down. I can't brush hog those little trees, that little thing, with my little walk behind. And this is something he will be able to do because he's a professional and he has a machine that could take down up to a 5-inch diameter tree, which is freaking awesome. So, coming over here, day 2.5, just to give y'all an update, and then we will see you tomorrow. And this is all going to be cleaned up tomorrow with a machine. Well, all right, guys, this is it. She is cleared off. Apologize for the poor lighting, but here it is. So realistically, 3 work days, and just had to keep making the machines bigger and bigger. Weed whackers were not doing the trick. The walk behind brush hog also just taking forever. Had to get someone out here professional with a legitimate machine. All right, check this out. Found like an old watering can, a flower pail or whatever you want to call it here. Just in the midst of all that brush that was here, that is somehow there. So a lot more stumps, like a lot of stumps, like a lot more than I thought there was going to be. But here she is, all cleaned up. Like I said, I'm not 100% how much property this is cleared. I'm gonna guess. Look at these 2 big brush piles. I'm not sure yet how we're gonna burn these. I don't know if I should burn them the way they sit right now or potentially put them in different piles. We'll get to that here soon, but I'm not 100% sure what's cleared right now. It may be an acre, acre and a half. I gotta measure. I haven't measured. I'm about done for the day, gonna go home, but and then I also own a couple acres that way. So back here to this like tree line, so this is like the end of my property line. The road up there is the end of my property line that I own from this tree line for about 1,000 feet that way. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. It's a little bit different on my channel versus you know, standard truck stuff and whatnot. So a different vibe, but this is kind of what my life is going to transition into for a little bit. Not saying I'm never going to do truck stuff or Corvette stuff again. That stuff will always happen. However, we're going to be focusing on this property for some time. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe, join the family, and join the I don't know what to call this. Do you call it a homestead? Either way, guys, see y'all next week. Thanks.